Good morning, Viber friends. I'm Renee. This is Monet's Nest. I'm coming from you from the Oregon coast, where I live with my husband, two sons, and four fur babies who may or may not have snuck in here as I was setting up. Today we have FOs, works in progress, and books, and a couple life updates. If you hear my children or animals or washing machine going, it's because I homeschool my boys and we are together 24/7. All right, let's go. First and foremost, I finished my ranunculus. I saw the weaving ends. I did a split and I was playing yarn chicken, so the front isn't quite as long as I had wanted, but it is the first sweater-ish thing I've ever made for myself. I made this out of the Imperium collection from a couple years ago. It's a limited edition, so I doubt you'll be able to get this colorway again. It's called Precarious Paramour. It is a 3-ply DK, and I used all 3 skeins of it. So I was playing yarn chicken at the end, but that's my fault because I went rogue. I made the 4th size with the smaller neck, and I only did the short rows in the back. I think that's it for this. Oh, when I went to wet block it, there was a lot of blue in the water. So if you do ever make anything, use a catcher. I need to invest in some of those. I'm very glad I did not do color work in this because I really think it would have bled into a lighter color. There's that. What's next? Oh, okay. So only thing I have done, but 11 days. I cast this on 11 days. Yeah, I started it on, I got a really neat little, so it tells me all the fun things. So I started this on New Year's Eve and I finished it on the 13th. So way, way faster than I really anticipated. I might even attempt a second one in the second half. Right, today's the 15th. Yeah, I might attempt a second one in the second half of January. That could be fun because I have at least one sweater's quantity worth. And I think I might go up to the size 5 just to give me a little bit more room in my arms and do a full sleeve because I think I have enough in that other color to do that. We shall see. All right, and then now I am working on Point Edwards mitts. This is the first one. I haven't done the thumb yet because I'm trying to decide if I want to do the thumb in the same color or contrasting color. I love these. I fold them down if I need to use my fingers. I will not do the ribbing on the thumb like the pattern calls for. I'll do a closed thumb because if I really need to use my phone or anything, the tip of my finger can do that, and then my thumb will stay nice and toasty. And then I'm about this much onto the second one. I've started the thumb gussets super fast. Did this in a couple hours on the beach yesterday. If you go onto my Instagram, which I'll have linked below, I keep you updated on all my yarny good funness there, along with life, homeschool, that kind of stuff. So the pattern also calls for, it's a free pattern. Point Edward mitts is a free pattern. I am knitting them on a size 5. And the cuff, I do 2x2 instead of 2x1. And I think it only calls, I do a longer cuff than what the pattern calls for. So, and then I just do them till the tips of my fingers. If I'm making them for other people, I actually do have them measure their thumb to their knuckle for me. So I know how long to make the, that for them. What I love about these is anyone in my family can steal them. So my 2 sons or my husband, anybody can use them, which is nice. We go to the cold, although we live on the coast, we go to the cold quite often, and we love snow sports. We're actually going to go on a trip here at the end of January to West Yellowstone to go snowmobiling for a week. Super excited about that. We do it pretty much every year. We didn't go last year because we were in Kansas City, but this year we are going. and we plan on doing it next year. This is going to be a pretty short, sweet, fast one for you guys. If you heard that, I was setting up and I dropped my phone onto my gorgeous mug my mommy got me. It says, "Stay wild" in it, and I broke the handle off. I am so sad. This is my favorite mug. I use it almost every morning. All right. Let's go ahead and show you, since I have a finished object for Stash Down Bingo. I used the ranunculus for my sweater and for a pattern that's been in my queue for longer than a year. And then for my mitts, I'm going rogue to already what I've planned. Ooh, I hit my microphone. I'm sorry. I'm going to use my mittens for the mittens square and for finished in a week, because I really didn't think I'd get them finished in under a week. And I literally cast them on yesterday, and I'll have the second one done today, which means I'll have to look at this and see if I really can do another. Yes, I can do another ranunculus and use it as maybe just a single one. Blanket. Oh, that's my other thing I've been working on slowly, is my scrappy crochet chevron. I'm going to have to put a progress keeper in this so you guys can actually see what I do is I add mini scraps. This is DK, so if they're fingering, I double them up. But then once I get enough in there, I just wind them in to balls of all my different scraps and just go at it. No planning on color or anything. Ooh, I just dropped something. So there'll be some interesting things to go in there. But I'm excited for that. I think this is probably going to be the only project I take with me to West Yellowstone. That's a lie. I'm going to take the scrappy and a gift I got. I got a drop spindle and I suck, but let's see if I can get some better coloring in there. It's getting a little bit better. We'll see. But I got all this fiber. There's a store to the south of me, the wool company, that has a lot of fiber, and I'm going to see if they possibly have a class or something I can take to see if that will help me some. However, I start work tomorrow, so that'll eat into crafty time and possibly podcast time. As of right now, I'm still going to try to keep to the every other week, but we'll see. If not, at a minimum, I will be posting on the 15th of every month. Minimum. But I'm hoping to stay to every other week. Okay. So, also, if you're not in my Telegram group, someone has already gotten bingo. And I have not forgotten you, sweetie. I will be sending out. I was hoping to order some custom stickers, but that hasn't happened yet. You will be getting a prize. I promise. It will be coming. And then at the end of the year, we will pull a prize for Blackout Bingo. And then also, Chicken Lady, she has a much cuter printout that you can do for 26 and 26, and I've added my ranunculus to that. This one is my 1,000 miles moved. I've done 15 miles so far for the year. I just haven't filled it in yet. I need to make sure to do that. My son is doing 1,000 chapters read, so that one will be fun. Oh, we're going to move on to books. I have already finished 5 books so far this year. I've started a couple of those before January though, so I don't know. I finished them in January, so they count towards like my Goodreads. I can hear my son yelling. So they count towards my Goodreads 100 books in the year. So I read Knight's Bride, medieval enemies to lovers, romantasy, not high fantasy though. So you're good. It's on KU, Kindle Unlimited. And then I also did the Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon, and that was on Kindle Unlimited. And Salt City Knits, she is doing a colorway for each of these books this year. I don't know if it's a knit along as well, but I do know she's dyeing yarn specifically. And I'm hoping, even though I'm doing this dash down, I'm hoping to get a couple of those. It's easy, super cute, London, an heiress who's not really an heiress because her dad and mom passed away and her uncle won't leave the house because her dad's too nice. So, and then shenanigans ensue. The Raven Scholar, I liked it. It's a little bit different fantasy. Um, I listened to that on Libby. I don't want to give too much away, and I feel like if you describe it too much, it'll give it away. The Phoenix Keeper, also on Libby. I was iffy on that. It's a zoo, magical zoo, LGBTQ, if you're into that. I think I gave it like a 3.75. Not horrible, but I don't necessarily think I'll recommend it to anybody. And then The Gingerbread Bakery, which is, I think, the 5th book in that series, but I don't think you need to read it as a series. I think you could read them as standalones, and other characters from the books pop in, but they're not essential to the story, so you don't need to know their history in order to enjoy the one you're reading. I also listened to that, and I'm currently reading By Any Other Name. That's our book club book for January. Jodi by Jodi Picoult, I believe. If William Shakespeare wasn't the writer that we all think he was. And then Knight's Oath, which is the second book to Knight's Bride. Different couple. Side characters are the original couple. And then Nine Goblins. I just started that last night on Libby, and I fell asleep listening to it. So I don't even know what the plot or anything is, but it's a really short book. So I think I'll just restart it, and it'll be my going to sleep book for the next little while. I don't have any books like super planned out. I'm a mood reader, I guess. Or no, I'm not a mood reader. I am a whatever Libby says is available to me reader. So I go onto Libby or Kindle Unlimited and see if any of the ones that I've doom scrolled through on TikTok or Instagram are available. And if they're not, I put them on hold. So whenever they pop up, that's what I read and listen to. Mostly fantasy. I would say I'm like 94% fantasy. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. Oh, there is. I was so fortunate. One of my friends gifted me the Yarnable for January for my birthday. I absolutely love this color. It is so much fun. This is the plush sock. I don't know if I'll do a sock out of this though, because it is just so pretty. I think they're Bruin colors, which is the high school where my mom lives. So they might become a hat or a scarf for someone in that area or for myself. I don't know. And along with that was all the goodies in the January Yarnable box, which was called Chaos Coordinator, and it's the dumpster fire meme for everything. It's hysterical. So there's the little dumpster fire and the needle stoppers, which I should be using. I dropped so many stitches the other day, it wasn't even funny. And then a pin. So much fun. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Now I'm going to sing a song for you guys. Just kidding. Okay, honestly, now I think that is it. So again, my yarning plans, possibly cast on another ranunculus since I got it done so fast. I'm going to see how much yarn I have. It's currently under what I'm recording on, which is my hope chest my dad made me. Yeah, I don't think it's back here. No, yeah, it's definitely under. Oh, I have under my bed 2 cakes of the big cakes of the mandala by Lion Brand. Ooh, I'll see how much yardage is in that. Maybe I'll do that so it's self. Oh, that could be fun. I'll still go up a size, and even if it's not, because the 4, while it fits, I'd like it to be just a little bit more roomy up here. Maybe I'll do the 5 up here and then go down to the 4. No, how does that work? Because you don't. Maybe I'll go up and needle size up here for the yoke and then do the 4 again under. I'll play around with it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Okay, friends, I'm going to call it in for today. If you would like, subscribe. If you're on your phone, hype. I don't know if it really does anything, possibly. That would be wonderful. All of my information underneath, where to find me, how to connect with me, Telegram, Instagram, email, YouTube. I think that's all the places you can find me. Oh, Goodreads. I'll post my Goodreads down there as well. Okay, I will see you next time here in my nest.